Hi Kopites, welcome back to the channel. In this video we're going to talk about what James Pearce has said in his article in the Athletic, to do with Arne Slot. So I've just made a video on my theory, what will happen this summer. Everybody's saying about Xabi Alonso, which, don't get me wrong, I would not be upset if Xabi Alonso is Liverpool manager next season, but I've got a different theory. So if you haven't watched that already, go and take a look at that. It's around about 11 minutes long. Let's take a look at James Pearce's article. So the headline says, Arne Slot says he is confident of remaining Liverpool coach beyond this season. Arne Slot believes he will keep his job as Liverpool head coach this summer. The Dutch head coach has found himself under mounting pressure during a turbulent season for the defending Premier League champions. Liverpool have lost 18 games in all competitions and remain in a battle to secure Champions League qualification. With 2 matches remaining, boos greeted the final whistle of last Saturday's 1-1 draw with Chelsea at Anfield, but the 47-year-old former Feyenoord boss retains the support of the club's hierarchy. Asked if he expects to remain in charge for next season, Slot said, "I don't think I am deciding that alone by myself, but I have every reason to believe I am the Liverpool manager next season. First of all, I am contracted to this club until 2027, and second of all the talks we are having, that is my take on it. But if you don't have the best season, especially if you compare with last season, if you compare it with other seasons, you might have a different debate. This has definitely not been a great season. Then it is as normal. It is also normal that criticism comes. We have all had our share, and with all I mean the players have had their share, the manager and other people in the club. That is how things work nowadays if you don't win the league. A growing number of supporters have been demanding change, but Slot has been heavily involved in formulating the club's pre-season schedule and summer recruitment plans. If a manager or club doesn't have their best season, there is always a debate, and that is the new reality in football. The thing is, it's not new reality, is it? It's always been like that since back in the 60s. If you have a shocking season like we have, 18 defeats is shocking to have in one season for a club like Liverpool Football Club. So that statement there alone to me is stupid, because it isn't something new. It is not up to me to judge the people who judge me. They have every right to have their own opinion. And in this modern time, everyone can share his opinion as well. Exactly. At the end of the day, Liverpool fans have always been the 12th man, haven't they? And if they start turning on the manager, they ain't going to be probably turn up to matches. They're not going to support the team. They're going to boo everything that Arne Slot does. Slot said, "We know where we go on tour to the US, so our plans have been made and talks have been ongoing between the club and new players, and I am involved in that." Mo Salah and Alisson have both returned to training ahead of Friday's Premier League trip to Aston Villa, with Liverpool knowing that victory will secure Champions League football. We should be beating teams like Villa. We should have beat Chelsea last Saturday. Kopites is also fit after coming off against Chelsea last weekend, while Florian Wirtz is battling to overcome illness. Ibu is okay. He trained with us, Slot said. Mo will be available tomorrow for only a few minutes, but hopefully he can come in. Alisson trains with us again Let's see where he is tomorrow, if he's ready or has to wait one more week. Flo had a stomach infection, so let's see how fit he is. He's on antibiotics. Slot has hierarchy backing, but must win the fans back. Liverpool's fan base is restless. The dissent shown towards Slot during the game against Chelsea at Anfield underlined how patience is in short supply. It's not just poor results which have triggered a torrent of criticism, but the uninspiring brand of football which has failed to engage and excite supporters this season. We've talked about this on this channel all season, haven't we? The football is dreadful to watch, so boring. It'd put a glass eye to sleep. Many have been demanding change, with calls for Xabi Alonso to replace Slot as head coach growing louder. However, the Athletic have reported that Slot retains the backing of the club's owners, and Slot's latest response to questions about his future only reinforced that stance. Based on his conversations with Michael Edwards, Fenway Sports Group CEO of football and sporting director Richard Hughes, Slot clearly expects to be given the opportunity to put right what's gone wrong this season. So I'm not going to go over the whole article. A lot of it's stuff we've talked about in the past. For example, the injuries, Diogo Jota's sad departure in his car crash. It's all excuses. We've heard it all before. But it's like I said in my previous video. Who's to say Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes are even going to be at the club this summer? You know, from what I'm hearing, from what Dunk's hearing at Cop Talk, Michael Edwards is possibly going to Saudi himself. They've earmarked him for some projects they want out there for him to do for him. Apparently Richard Hughes is going to Al Hilal in September, so they'll get this transfer window done in August and then they go to Saudi. But is that really true? I could see him getting the transfer window out of the way and going in September and bringing in a new sporting director. But what's the point in that? Who's to say the new sporting director would even want to work with Arne Slot? Who's to say the sporting director and Arne Slot are both on the same page? For me, May 27th is D-Day for Arne Slot. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave me a comment on anything to do with the channel. And finally, thank you all very much for all the videos that you've been watching. The watch hours are climbing. They were on 993 last week. We're now up to 1016, and that's all thanks to you. Yes, I can put the videos out, but if you guys don't comment, like, subscribe, share, it doesn't work, does it? So I want to thank you for that. That's it for now. Take it easy.